going on? Charles Botensten. Happy Friday, everybody. I know that I would say one of the smaller, I'm going to keep it as quick as I can videos. And the reason being is that I heard a quote this morning. I've been saying it for a while. And it was actually a quote from someone that's quite famous and quite wealthy. And he was actually talking about the 50 percentile. So if you look at the 50 percentile or the average percentile, whatever you want to say, I don't know if there's a difference there. There probably is. I wasn't a mathematics wizard. But what I want to say is that if you look at the average person, what is the average person doing every single day? If you think about it, they wake up, they snooze their alarm, they go for their phone, they go on their phone, they wake up slowly, they go into the shower, they put on roughly the same kind of clothes as they did that week, go to the job the exact same way that they've gone every single day for maybe months or years. They sit down at the exact same desk, they talk to the exact same people, probably about the exact same thing, do roughly about the exact same work, get up, do that all through lunch, into the afternoon, they take the exact same path home. Maybe they hang out with friends, maybe they grab a bottle of wine or whatever, bring it home, they watch TV, roughly the same thing. Maybe it's reruns, maybe it's something else. In other words, that is the average. If you're just above that, then maybe there's a little variety in there. If you're a little above that, maybe you actually have some kind of pull on where you are going with your job. Maybe if you're a little above that, you have some pull on where you're going with your job and you're going to the gym. What I'm saying is that in that case, all of the people that are, say, 70% or below have an idea of what they want to do. They want this amount of money, or they want to do this with their career, or they want to do this with their body, this amount with their traveling. But the thing is, to do any of that, you actually need to do something different. And if they want to do something different, they're not actually going in their head and saying, well, to get a better body, I actually have to go to the gym consistently. To actually make more money, I actually have to produce more value or look for a better job or do something different that I'm already doing. What is the basis behind all of those non-decisions? I'm not talking about the decisions right now. I'm talking about the non-decisions that are happening. The number one thing is that you have the ego, which is your emotions, your feelings, and safety. And then you have the self, capital S, which is essentially your daimon, which is essentially the inner passion, the inner what you truly want to do. But if you don't tap into that enough, the capital S in self, you're not actually going to be moving forward. You're actually only going to be making decisions on your feelings, your emotions, and your motivation toward actually action that will move you forward. Where is this coming from? I don't want to do most of the things I need to do. So this is a question that you should take away from this video is the next time that you want to do something and you don't feel like actually doing it, ask this question. Am I making an emotional decision or am I making a logical decision? Am I making an emotional, I don't feel like being motivated to wake up decision and go ride on a bike or run or approach that pretty girl or make sales calls? Am I making an emotional decision? And be real about it. Be real about it. Be honest. You know what? I am actually making an emotional decision. The emotional decision essentially says that logic, if I do this, this outcome will happen. In other words, that's algorithms, okay? As I mentioned in the last video, is essentially your life should be algorithms. Because when you boil your life down to algorithms and systems, you essentially, if my alarm goes off, then I wake up. If I wake up, then I put on my running shoes. So there is no emotions in that. That's just a computer system. That's just a system. That is just an algorithm. So in other words, you boil down, there's times like tonight, I don't want to go and swim. That's reality. I don't want to go and swim. Unfortunately, I have to go and swim because if I don't swim, then I start losing the speed that I've built up on my swim stroke. If I don't swim, then my cardiovascular on my run and my bike is also going to suffer. If I don't swim, then I'm going to feel a little less about myself, a little less confidence about myself. That means that the ego won. So I look at it and I say, Charles, You are making an emotional decision right now. You are making an unmotivated feelings decision right now. And when I say that, that actually helps. But on top of that, you're actually going to be able to recognize why. Is it really because it's dark out, or it's cold, or it's raining, or you don't? And you can break down further from there. Why do I feel fear? Is it the rejection? Is it public humiliation? Is it the ability that I have to do this every single day and I don't want to do sales calls every single day? You're going to be able to break it down further until you get to the root cause. It's like sales and handling an objection. Someone says, I don't want to hire a real estate agent. That could be a plethora of ideas. I don't see the value. I don't want to pay the cost. My cousin is a real estate agent. I actually don't need to sell. The price that I want is higher than what the market wants to pay. There's a whole slew of reasons, okay? But when we say, I don't want to go to the gym, I don't have time, I don't have the money, why don't you spend too much? You don't save enough. You make enough, but you don't save enough. What is it? So when the next time that you need to do something and you are not actually doing it, ask the question, am I making this out of feelings? Is this a feelings argument? Is this a feelings decision? Are my emotions taking over right now? And I can tell you right now, as long as you're aware with it, that is the first step. You are aware of it. From there, you could say, all right, let's start small. Let's just lace up the shoes. We don't have to go for the run. Just let's lace up the shoes. Okay, let's walk outside. Okay, let's walk while we're outside. Okay, let's jog while we're outside. Break it down to small steps. For tonight, I know that I just have to leave. Just get my backpack and leave once I'm in the gym. I have to change into once I'm in the gym, I change into my swim trunks. Once I'm in my swim trunks, then I have to turn on the water to wash me off before I get into the pool. Those are things, that's a lot of steps. So I break it down. It's like when you're running and you say, let's get to the next mile marker when it's a race, okay? It's the same thing here, is let's just do one step at a time. Don't think of the whole process, okay? One step at a time. Go to first principles. What is the first thing I need to do right now? Why am I not doing it? So ask that question to yourself. Not now, but when you're actually looking to make a big decision that you've been putting off or you're fearful of, say, is this an emotional decision? Am I making a feelings decision? Am I not motivated to do this because I don't feel like it? Of course not. There's tons of things I don't feel like doing. Anyway, going into the weekend, it's an amazing weekend. It's supposed to be really nice in the United States. There's no rain anywhere. I don't know. I know in New York City,